In the United Kingdom, it's estimated that there are around 13,000 people in modern slavery. And there's been instances in the United Kingdom of children as young as 7 forced to work long hours in households here in London. Men in Yorkshire forced to manufacture beds for high street brands. Women raped and forced into prostitution on a daily basis. Girls bought and sold for drugs. On one occasion, a girl bought for the price of a bag of chips. And boys forced to work in illegal casinos and then perform sex acts during breaks. And most certainly, near to where we currently stand, there will be women in domestic servitude who suffer at the hands of evil householders who are often wealthy and privileged. Since the passing of the Modern Slavery Act last year, we do see signs of improvement, with a 40% increase in the referrals of potential victims to the Salvation Army, who are represented here today. So that represents 3,266 people. And I've reviewed all police forces in the United Kingdom, and I found a 70% increase in police investigations, which now stands at 842. But I'm aghast when I note that minors and children in those referrals reach over 980. So currently, not even all allegations involving minors and children are receiving the appropriate investigation. And this is something I expect to see change immediately. So it is important that we bring the issue of modern slavery to the attention of all communities in the United Kingdom and globally. But what can laws do? Well, alone, not much. And we need society and communities to demand change and to drive that change. One of the most transformational elements, as we heard from the Minister, of the Modern Slavery Act is the supply chain transparency, aimed at changing business culture. But all too often, we look at success purely in the terms of profit. But how can any profit be at the cost of damaging or even taking a human life? Business across the world are watching the United Kingdom and the transparency requirement with great interest. It has already instigated a desire for change in Southeast Asia, of course a key hub of modern slavery, and also within governments from Australia and the United States. Continuing to reach out to those who may be unaware of modern slavery is essential, and the idea of a garden at Chelsea Flower Show is inspirational and will reach many, not just in the United Kingdom, but globally, significant numbers of which will be decision makers in business, civil society, and government. It is also the positivity of the flower show that will shine through in an area that is often overshadowed by despair, tragedy, and suffering. And I'm delighted to be here tonight and will remind you all of the words of a man who stood at the centre of the need for freedom and equality, Dr. Martin Luther King. A man who always looked for positive, often when faced with adversity. In 1963, from his prison cell, he wrote, "An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." This garden is a reminder of those injustices here in the United Kingdom and internationally. But let's also use it as a reminder, and indeed to inspire us of what we need to do to bring justice for those suffering in modern slavery, regardless of their nationality, background, or status in society. And I thank all of you here for being committed to this challenge, one that is so doubtlessly worthwhile and something we owe to our fellow citizens in dark corners across the United Kingdom and also across the world. Thank you very much.